Like and subscribe right now, or else this will be in your bed tonight. r/AskReddit by Planet Reddit. What innocent item gets weird if you own too much of it? Furbies. Then and especially now. Oh my gosh. Yes. When I was in high school, our group project was to perform a scene when we were reading Midsummer Night's Dream. One group decided to do a video. Apparently, one of the guys had about 90-110 Furbies and decided to use them as the audience in the play within a play scene. The king and other members of the audience who had lines were assigned a Furby and voiced over. It was pretty bizarre. Urns filled with the ashes of cremated people on your fireplace mantle. Sweet and sad story. My ex lived in a house which had rooms rented out to lots of people for over about 35-40 years. In the dining room by the kitchen was a ton of small little urns and containers. Apparently they were all filled with ashes from previous tenants, LGBT+ people, who died of HIV or suicide and their families didn't take them back. There was at least a dozen of these and the landlady said she kept them because no matter what, she promised those people always had a home there. Damn dude. That really is sad. Pictures of a specific person. But I really love that random guy that rides on the subway and doesn't know I exist. I'd like to see a rom-com where they're both obsessively stalking each other without them realizing the other is stalking them. It ends with them talking to each other for the first time. Notebooks. There's a YouTube video of some dude's house. Human being 151 is his name. Where a big room and closet is filled with thousands and thousands of notebooks, which have all been filled out with ramblings of how awesome he thinks P. Diddy is. Dude is ducking insane. VHS copies of Speed. 15,000 VHS copies of Jerry Maguire. Edit. 15,000. Not 14,000. Self-portraits. Imagine going over to a friend's house only to find hundreds of pictures of themselves lined up against the walls. My girlfriend's grandfather has an ultra close-up painting of his face that I did hanging right above his bed. I made it for a painting class back in school and he took it and stuck it right there and it's been there ever since. When guests walk by they think he's insane. The best part is, I did a portrait of him and his wife for their 50th wedding anniversary which is hanging in their living room. So it looks like he's commissioned a painter to make multiple painting of him, which he hangs around his house. You're supposed to be dead, what the heck? Edit. Yo, this might not mean a lot to some people but this is hands down my highest rated comment and the first ever comment I got gilded and I'm so frickin' happy, thank you all. Air freshener 1-2 you got one and maybe another for backup. 3-4 take your trash out more often. 5-6 you're dirty but try to hide it. 7-28 you are hiding the smell of your meth lab. Or trying. What about more than 28? Classic taxi driver. Edit. My most upvoted comment is about air fresheners. Could be worse. Cell phones. 1 completely normal, 2 maybe 1 is for work, 3 getting weird, 4 plus definitely drug dealer. Drug dealer or Pokemon Go player. Drug dealer or Pokemon Go player. Or one of those Asian click farms that use 1000s of phones to click on Facebook likes and whatnot. I was kinda thinking of building one of those myself. For the lols. OHH. So you don't like what I said on random local Facebook group? Well, guess what? 100 people with blank profiles agree with me. Cough syrup. Go to mix Sprite with it to be like your favorite rapper. Vaseline. Time to stock up, boys. 120 feet container contains 80 drums. 55 gallon drums. Pianos. I bought one for my wife. She later inherited one. We have 2 pianos in our living room. It's weird. Edit. My new top comment is about 2 pianos. Neat. My wife plays. She learned through Royal Conservatory. She used to teach but not in a long time. Open a piano dueling bar in your living room. Exactly. The only weird thing about this is that they haven't figured this out already. Assuming you're a parent. Baby teeth. My mom kept the first baby tooth my brother and I lost, so she just has 2 teeth in a pouch. 20 baby teeth per child means if she kept them all she'd just have a pouch in her dresser with 40 baby teeth. She really needs to string those up on a necklace. Maybe she just killed a lot of babies though. Condoms. A few boxes and you're responsible. Hundreds of boxes and it gets weird. There's a quest in Morrowind where you have to kill some rats in a lady's house. As you go in she remarks, "Oh, I hope they didn't get into my good pillows." Then as you're traversing this lady's house, you find she has tons and tons of pillows. Not even on furniture. She has them on shelves and in chests and shit. She has piles of them just laying around. She's clearly not keeping them because they're comfortable. Beach is just obsessed with pillows. So pillows. You can even run across a shipwreck full of pillows with a shipping invoice indicating that all the pillows were going to be delivered to her. Wow, I found that boat and never realized the relation. Human hair. And basically the only socially acceptable place to keep it is on your own head. In high school a friend always dyed her hair fun bright colors. At the end of the year I opened my locker to find a big Ziploc bag full of rainbow hair. She'd been cutting off pieces with each fresh color to make me a present. At the time I had no idea how to react, so I just thanked her. I took it home and it sat in my room for the summer because I felt bad about throwing away something that was obviously important to her. High school is a difficult time. Elephants. My mum started collecting elephants a few years ago. There must be around 300-400 elephants in her house now. Big ones. Little ones. Elephants everywhere. Walking round her house makes me cringe. Now I know where I got my madness from. Since you left it ambiguous, I will assume you are referring to actual live elephants. His mom has a really big house. Coca-Cola decorations. I went over to a friend's house one time and their entire house was decked out in Coca-Cola themed products. Chairs, tables, drapes, you name it. It was bizarre. They also had a whole wall dedicated to Elvis. Edit. Since a lot of people are wondering, this was in Oregon. My friend and I were in high school. His parents were just really weird. Edit 2. Apparently you either have no Coke memorabilia or thousands. I have decorated 2 things in my house with Coca-Cola memorabilia. My soda fridge and the recycling bin. That's how it starts. Next thing you know you will get a birthday or Christmas gift Coca-Cola related. Other people will notice and start gifting you more items. Before you know it, it's everywhere. Dolls. Edit. Okay. Y'all. I get it. They're action figures. My grandma had about 120 dolls that she kept in a bedroom near the bathroom. She refused to close the door, saying that they liked to people watch. Creepiest shit ever. I'm afraid she's been possessed. Exorcise, exorcise, go go go. My cousin doesn't like to go food shopping. And he only eats certain things at home. For lunch and dinner he goes out a lot. For instance, he only likes to eat English muffins for breakfast. He's eaten English muffins for breakfast every morning for years. He uses that spray butter for a topping. So, if you open up his freezer, it is loaded with English muffins. Like it's literally the only thing in there. In neat piles. The fridge consists of beer, a Brita pitcher, and the crisp drawer filled with bottles of spray butter. You wouldn't think it's weird, but if you see it in person, it's weird. When he finally does go food shopping to replenish his supply, he literally buys all of the English muffins on the shelf. Apparently one time the stock person saw him taking all the packages and gasped, "Oh my god. You're the guy." Like he was an urban legend. The legend of English Muffin Man. Edit. Thank you for the gold. Edit part 2. I am texting him now. He's a little freaked out by the fame and won't give me any pics. Sorry to disappoint. But he wanted everyone to know he's changed his eating habits up a lot and has incorporated a lot of veggies and yogurt. And he said this about the way he buys things. And it's not about having a ton of something on hand. Just to avoid going to the store. It's avoid having to go to the store because you're out of something. It's always having a spare on hand. I'm never looking for anything or missing anything because I have a backup. When I use something I take the spare out of storage and then replace the spare next time I'm at the store. I just write down everything I take out as I use it. Inventory management. Apparently one time the stock person saw him taking all the packages and gasped, "Oh my god. You're the guy. Like he was an urban legend. The legend of English Muffin Man. I used to work at a grocery store. This is quite common. Someone buys out a single type of wine. Or a specific type of produce. Or all the 2 liters of Big Red. You start to dream up a backstory. So it's pretty interesting when you find out who it is and get the real story. Some Jews have a custom to keep a candle burning for a year after a parent dies in memory of them. When my grandfather passed away, my dad started burning 24 hours candles. About a month in, Safeway had a really good sale on them. So he went to the local store and completely bought them out. Something like 200 candles. A couple days later he goes back hoping to buy enough for the full year. And asks a worker if they have any more of the candles. The guy said, "Sorry. Some weirdo came in the other day and bought the entire stock." Pseudoephedrine. I'm just sick all the time. I swear. Pictures of children that aren't yours. Especially if they're taped up on a wall. Row on row. So the ones I have clothes pinned to strings across my darkroom are okay? I buy non-food things in 3. 1 to use. 1 as a backup and 1 to look at. And here you'll see my display dildo. I have 2 just like it. Duct tape. Props if they have a dark, dingy basement. Or an Irish pub. Do you guys not carry your tools around in your car? You know. Duct tape. Zip ties and gloves. Crosses. There's a limit. Pictures of the same person. This weird mother ducker for example. His comment signature has changed now. Apparently he's now obsessed with Ariana Grande instead of Katy Perry and only has about 500 gigabytes of pictures and video of her. But it used to be this. That says 1.419 terabytes. With a T. As in terabytes. 2 insane level collections of pictures just of celebrities he thinks are hot. And the switch to Ariana is pretty recent. I checked him out just a few months ago and he was still worshipping Katy Perry then. So 500 gigs in just a couple months is pretty impressive. This is the dark side of r/data hoarder. Reminds me of the guy in the documentary I Think We're Alone Now, which is about how he's as obsessed with the singer Tiffany. At the end he says he's finally accepted reality and has a new girl. The new girl is Alyssa Milano. Holy water. When the vampire apocalypse starts, don't come crying to me for holy water. Hater. Maybe just stop inviting vampires in. I feel like there's an upper limit to basically everything except money and rare metals. Lotion. Cardboard cutouts. It's okay if you have 1 or 2 as a decoration. But when you have like 50 of them all in a room it's pretty weird. Especially if you talk to them. Extra points if they are different cutouts of the same person. No. Cutouts of different people with the same person's face taped to them. Just imagine. A room full of random cardboard cutout people all with Nicolas Cage's face. Cutlery. This is more of a personal gripe because my parents decide to buy 3-4 completely different sets of cutlery with all different styles. It gets super weird when you take a look in the drawer for a knife to butter a slice of bread and find some weirdly decorated clown knives mixed in with other multicolored knives each with their own blade style. The rest of my family does the same and I get weirded out when eating because everyone else is wielding some sort of pride themed utensil. If I went into someone's drawer and found a ducking clown knife, I would scream and never return. Gerbils. Wait. I have 3 and I love watching them sleep in an adorable little gerbil pile. I wonder if they argue over who will be in the middle where it's warmest. Or if they take turns. But the 15 dragon dildos came in a set. How else are you going to ascend to the throne? Resources 2news.com or link/images 2015-03-28-1227-282. 3350183F60 2831 ED4F2-11E4-94 of 5-02 JPG. Dragon dildos are giving me the strangest mental image right now. Plastic chairs. YouTube.com link. Wait for :17. Brian Roper is a good dude though. Not bothering anyone and just doing his thing. He's got something like 20 plus channels on YouTube for his hobbies. He is actually autistic and does discuss it in some of his videos. He doesn't understand his obsession with the plastic chairs, but he does know it's not something most people consider normal. Check out some of his other videos sometime. Condiment packets from restaurants. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for 3 videos a day.